820,000 signatures to recall Adolf Newsom. 820,000. And that's just the people that know about the petition. So there's a lot of people that really dislike Newsom, Adolf Newsom. And why do you think that is? Because he's destroying businesses? Because he tells us one thing and he doesn't even follow what he tells us to do? He does not represent us. He does not listen to our concerns, our questions. He doesn't entertain any concerns we have. 820,000 people have signed this petition to recall him. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Let's see if anything happens. Let's see if this really is a democracy. Because so far, it doesn't seem like it is. It doesn't seem like it's for the people. It seems like it's for the rich and for the politicians. So this is going to tell us right now if our democracy is actually a democracy. And if he gets recalled, then it is a democracy. But if he doesn't, then it's not. Because they just make up their own rules. They're not listening to the will of the people, which is what a democracy is. When we're not represented, we're supposed to be represented. They're supposed to be our voice. Politicians are supposed to be our voice, the people's voice. But that's not happening. They're not listening to what we say. We need people. We need a system where we have representatives of the things that people want. But I don't know what happens. What happens when people become politicians? They talk all this big talk. Oh yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to help the people. Blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as they get in there, what do? They don't listen. They don't represent us. What's happening? Why is that happening? Why are they all of a sudden switching sides and neglecting the people and ignoring the people and ignoring our concerns and our questions and the things we want to know about, like our health? Especially our health. Our health is number one. I mean, as soon as someone gets into office, do they automatically get like $1 million check to ignore the people? I'm assuming that's what happens. Because from one moment to the next, it's like a complete 180. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That $1 million is the potion that Dr. Jekyll drinks to change him into Mr. Hyde. We need representatives. We need people to represent us. We need a democracy. We need people who are going to represent what the people want. What the majority of people want. That's a democracy. What the majority, not the people with money, not the people who lobby, bribe. I mean lobby you, who give you money, give you that potion. That's not a democracy. That's not for the people. Our Constitution says for the people, by the people. But that's just being thrown out the window. Why is everything being thrown out the window? Why is the Constitution being thrown out the window? Why is the Hippocratic Oath being thrown out the window? Why is business ethics thrown out the window? Why are all these things the first thing to go? When somebody becomes a doctor, when somebody becomes a politician, when somebody becomes whatever, the first rule gets thrown out the window. The Hippocratic Oath. I will not purposely harm another human being. That's what doctors sign. That's what doctors swear to. And it changed to the Hypocrite Oath. Because that's what they start doing when they start getting the money. They start hurting people purposely. Okay, politicians. For the people, by the people. Oh, I'm here for the people. Oh, I'm here for the people. I'm going to help everybody. I'm going to help you. Yeah. All these, you want this? You want that? Okay, I'll give it to you. First thing that gets thrown out the window. Business ethics. Okay, care more about people than money. Okay. That gets thrown out the window. Why do all these things get thrown out the window? All I could think of is greed. These people are freaking greedy. They care more about money. They want money. Well, that's time for this to change. Okay, they need to be held accountable for the oath that they swear in their profession. Hippocratic oath. You will not do harm to people purposely. They need to be held accountable for that. There needs to be transparency for doctors, for business, for politicians. We need 100%. They want to give us, they want to make us our lives 100% transparent. They want to know what we're eating, what we're drinking, what we're talking about, what our heart rate is, what our DNA is like. They want to know every little thing, and they probably do know all that stuff about us. They want 100% transparency for us, the good people. Well, the majority are good people, but the crooks have zero transparency. The people who break their oaths, zero transparency. We don't know anything about them. We don't know anything about their dealings, about how many people they've hurt, how many people they've injured, how many times they've lied. That's not good. People need to be held accountable. There needs to be transparency. Government for the people, by the people, Hippocratic oath, business ethics. Let's hold these people accountable. That's the only way that people will be able to live peacefully on this earth. Love each other the way you love yourself. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Love. That's the way this world needs to be. Full of love. People loving each other and not loving more. Not loving money more than people.